Well, the bombshell of the sports world yesterday, Sharon Moore out at Michigan. We talked at length about it in the first hour of the show. If you want to go back and listen to that and some of the reaction and details, and more reporting will happen in the days to come and the hours to come, I'm sure.
Police are not going to release any kind of charges today, according to Dan Wetzel.
Okay.
He's still in protective custody.
For good reasons.
But nothing will come out in terms of charges, according to Dan Wetzel.
A couple of Husky fans texting in. I thought it was interesting. 1P1 said, Michigan's recruiting class is ranked one spot ahead of Washington. There are rumors that Jedd Fisch has negotiated a bigger NIL budget going forward, hence UW finishing so strong with their class this year. Mm-hmm. Michigan is still a better job than Washington, but I don't think it's nearly the gap that some people might think. Followed up directly by another text saying, we don't spend money to be competitive in any relevant form, and our coach is going to leave again. Go Huskies. So, very different feelings. Let me ask you this. You put your Michigan fan hat on. You're a Michigan man, questioning what it even means to be a Michigan man today. Mm-hmm. And your program hires Jedd Fisch. What is the reaction to you as a fan?
I think you're a little bit... You're feeling better than your last coach. It's abundantly clear Jedd Fisch is a better coach than Sharon Moore.
Sharon Moore didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was anybody who watched Michigan plays, clock management was terrible. They were 7-5 last year.
So bad.
They couldn't complete a forward pass.
They couldn't do it again.
No, the Underwood kids struggled mightily at times this year, which true freshmen are going to struggle, but it had been a cluster the last 2 years for them.
I think you get excited because you've moved on from Moore.
Okay.
I think you get excited that the guy understands what it means to be at Michigan. Mm-hmm. I think you get excited because you know your collective is together, and I think you get excited because you have a coach who has amazing resume background learning under some of the greatest coaches.
Yes, he does.
And knows how to coach offense. Mm-hmm. Might be a little predictable to teams like Oregon once in a while. Hey, that cat's going to run that play in the second quarter. But it's a significantly better offense than what they had going at Michigan with Sharon Moore. The interesting part about this is I know Michigan is a better job than Washington. That's not a debate. I also kind of believe the first listener who's a Husky fan saying all the reporting is that their NIL collective is starting to get worked out in Seattle. Mm-hmm. The recruiting class rankings, I think, bear some of that out.
Yeah, they're top 15 in the country. It's the best they've had in a long time.
And I know we're in a different world here. I'm also not going to act like Michigan wasn't one of the programs like the SEC teams throwing bags at kids back in the day. Again, I know it's a better job. I'm also not going to act like from 2004
Michigan was
to
nothing
2014
for 15 years. Yeah.
They had like 2 great years, and other than that there was some 3-9, some 5-7, some 7-6s. Like
Rich Rod was a disaster. They hired Brady Hoke to be their head coach,
who coincidentally first year went 11-2.
He did,
and then after that 8-5, 7-6, 5-7. So like, and even at the end of Lloyd Carr, like Lloyd Carr got him a natty. Like it fizzled with Lloyd Carr at the very end. So it's not that Washington is the same caliber, but they're also capable of going through those lulls. Mm-hmm. And I don't, even with the NIL stuff, I don't think that they're an exception to the rule.
No.
But to a long-winded way of answering your question, I do think you feel much better about it than having Sharon Moore.
No doubt about that. Sharon Moore was a disaster, and it felt like it was just a matter of time until they made a move there. I don't think anybody watched Michigan the last 2 years and thought, that could be the guy that could win a national championship in Michigan. I don't think anybody ever had that feeling or that indication.
No.
Like, I think both things can be true simultaneously. Like, Jedd Fisch is a good coach. He took Arizona, a program that was a doormat for a long time, and got them to 10 wins. He recruited at a decent level. He clearly has the chops from all the experiences that he has been in as a head coach. While also simultaneously, if I'm a Michigan fan, I'm saying he's better than Sharon Moore. I think he's a good coach, but my initial reaction would be that's the best that we could do. And that's just maybe the arrogance of being a Michigan fan in the way that we perceive the job, because to your point, it's not like it's been a juggernaut for 30 straight years. They were dominant for a long time under Bo. Don't go look in that history, by the way, of what the program was doing behind the scenes. And then Lloyd Carr wins a national title in 1997, and it's Charles Woodson, and it's Desmond Howard, and like those are memories from our childhood that we have, and so we put them up on a certain pedestal because of who they are and who they've been for a long time. Sans the early 2000s, like Oregon went in there and killed them in 07. They lost Appalachian State kind of after that. It petered, man. They disappeared. Mm-hmm. They were irrelevant for a long time, and so maybe I shouldn't have that arrogance, but if I were a Michigan fan, my thought today would be we're going to go get somebody big And Jedd Fisch doesn't quite fit that criteria. Now, it should also be noted.
Yeah, but how big can you get here, man? It's such
Kalen DeBoer is big. I mean, Kalen DeBoer is a big. If you ask a Michigan fan, like, did a poll of Michigan fan, who would you rather be your head coach? It's not even close.
But he's at Alabama.
I know.
So, like, getting him, I don't know how realistic it is. Maybe he will bail and go, but
yeah.
It's much different to take the coach from Washington
than Alabama.
It is Alabama.
No doubt about it. There would have to be some sort of, I'm tired of dealing with people in the South and I don't like living in Tuscaloosa component to it, because it's not money, it's not recruiting, it's not like he has everything he needs to win at Alabama.
Well, he would establish a Jedd Fisch reputation if he leaves.
If he leaves after 2 years at
He's
Washington.
going to the NFL eventually at Washington.
I think he was at Fresno for a year, if I'm not wrong. Wasn't he the head coach for 1 year at Fresno State, too?
It was a quick,
It was quick.
He's been around a little bit.
But and again, it should be noted, like, the reaction that we have to hires is wrong all the time. We have guys that get hired that we say, that's who you got?
Mm-hmm.
And it ends up being great. And then there's hires who get made and we say, oh my God, that's a home run, and it blows up in your face. Scott Frost in Nebraska comes to example, right? He was at Fresno for 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
One of them was the COVID year, so kind of a no counts. He's in the 9-3, and then he took the Husky job.
Yeah.
So even to say that I wouldn't be thrilled about hiring Jedd Fisch if I were a Michigan fan doesn't mean he can't be successful there. I think the question you have to ask yourself is, can you foresee a world in which Jedd Fisch is competing for national championships? Can you see that reality?
Competing is in, like, get to the playoff?
Like getting to the playoff and winning, like having a legitimate shot to win a national title.
I mean, I could see Michigan getting to a playoff. Given the current field of the college football landscape.
Likely to expand
Who
this
is in
offseason.
that conversation this year? Some would tell you it's 10 teams.
Yeah.
Others would tell you it's really just 2. It might be 3. So, like, it's kind of a cop-out. Getting to the playoff, yeah.
And you're in the dance.
That's all Michigan wants to do, right, is
Yeah.
get into the playoff. Speaking of Jedd Fisch in Washington.
Yeah. Oh, what just happened? We got breaking news?
Massive news.
Oh.
According to Brett McMurphy.
Okay.
This is going to be the last LA Bowl ever played. It's going away. No more Gronk Spike.
You think any Husky fan just pooped their pants? You did that, you bastard.
This is a good time to pass along a note.
They are in the LA Bowl this weekend, right here on the Fan, taking on Boise State.
You're going to be in the last LA Bowl of all
R.I.P.
time.
Wow, why are we getting rid of the LA Bowl? What
'Cause
happened?
It sucks.
Nobody wants to go. What is it? Bricked up? What is the thing called?
It's bucked up.
Bucked up. Nobody wants to go get.
Brought to you by Rob Gronkowski, the most overrated touchdown celebration of all time.
Nobody wants to go get bucked up anymore?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
No, they don't.
R.I.P. LA Bowl.
Did you think I was going to tell you he left?
Yeah, or you just said, like, does he sign an extension, by the way? Did Fisch ever get an extension?
Should he?
No, he shouldn't, but I'm just asking.
I assume all football coaches, if they go to a bowl game, get a 1 year rollover.
Well, no,
on
I
their
just meant,
deal,
like, we've seen a lot of these
they
guys,
want to
like
protect against him leaving.
Drinkwitz and Signetti, and like a lot of these guys have signed an
Keys,
extension.
yeah.
Matt Rule, now you
Yep.
got to pay $90 million to fire his ass.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they redid it.
Okay. But yeah, I'm sure there's a pay structure bonus
I'm sure
for
there's
him
a
for
thing
going to a
in
bowl
there
game.
that says if he goes
He's
to a
in the
bowl
bucked up LA Bowl. You got to
Yeah.
give him a bonus.
How do you not get a massive raise for the bucked up LA Bowl? The last of its kind. Did I scare a lot of people with that?
I think you did. Because I wasn't looking at anything social media related. And I'm like, oh my God, did he just take the job? What just happened? Nope, LA Bowl. R.I.P. Final one this Saturday. You know I'll be watching.
Looks like Colorado's going to try to replace it with some kind of bowl game in that state.
People want to go to Colorado from playing the snow in the bowl
don't
game?
want to go to these games,
No,
man.
they
What a
don't.
waste of money.
Isn't the whole point of a bowl game to try and go somewhere warm?
Can we just waste?
Usually.
Can we just get rid of these?
We
Yeah.
should.
Just take their naming rights and
We
put them
should.
on a play. Slap the Pop-Tart Bowl on the first round of one of the playoff
Husky
games.
Stadium, here's a Pop-Tart. Play
Yeah.
the game in Seattle.
James Madison against Oregon at Autzen Stadium via the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Brought to you by Pop-Tarts.
How cool would it be to see a Pop-Tart get eaten by Dan Lanning on Coke?
I'd love it.
Oh, my God.
I don't even like Pop-Tarts. I might go take a bite of the Pop-Tart.
Do you think that tastes good, by the way?
How about
Maybe
the
take a bite of
duck
it.
giving a campus tour to the Pop-Tarts?
Dude, the duck in a Pop-Tart costume would be stellar. The little beak outside of the Pop-Tart. I don't think that Pop-Tart tastes good.
No, I don't think it does either. You can't make that big of a Pop-Tart and have it taste good.
Yeah, there's always a limit to how big you can make something and make it taste good.
It's like those jumbo pizzas that people make that are like 5 feet wide, 5 feet. Like you can't.
You don't think that's
No.
an exception? Pizza?
I
think
mean,
a
it's not
taco-
as well done as
It's
like
hard to cook it evenly.
Yes,
Sure.
that's my point.
That's fair. A
It's-
cookie?
I like cookies.